Silent Hill 2 remake developer Bloober Team has announced Cronos: The New Dawn, a third-person survival horror game set in a grim world where Eastern European brutalism meets retro-futurist technology. Survive the nightmare of the future to save what remains of the past. Set in a grim world where Eastern European brutalism meets retro-futurist technology, The New Dawn lets you experience a gripping story that straddles the line between past and future. In the past, you will witness a world in the throes of the change, a cataclysmic event that forever altered humanity. Meanwhile, in the ravaged wastelands of the future, every moment is a fight for survival against dangerous abominations that will test both your reflexes and your tactical thinking.
Everything sorted at the ribs?
Affirmative, sir. All squared away.
Copy that. Now, make your way back and keep this untouched.
They tried.
Well, who sent you? Richter or that asshole Zorik?
No one sent me. Guess today is your...
Damn it! I'm so clumsy! Give me a hand here, Alexei!
Leave the glasses, Nina. They'll just break anyway.
Somebody's going to steal it!
highly anticipated James Bond game from IO Interactive is shaping up to be a groundbreaking addition to the franchise. It will feature an original origin story for a young James Bond, offering a fresh take on the character rather than using existing actors from the film series. The game's tone will be closer to the grittier portrayal of Bond seen in Daniel Craig's films, emphasizing espionage, spycraft, and narrative depth. Keep in mind what you're seeing on screen is not from the new game, just used for background purposes. The game promises to deliver an immersive spycraft fantasy, where players will embody James Bond in his early years as a secret agent. Expect to use high-tech gadgets, covert tactics, and advanced combat as part of your mission, and IO Interactive also wanted to be the start of a trilogy, creating a universe for James Bond fans to explore over multiple games. This vision aligns with their ambition to set the benchmark for Bond in the gaming world, similar to how the films have evolved. Leveraging IO Interactive's expertise from the Hitman series, Project 007 will feature sandbox-style gameplay. Players will have multiple ways to complete objectives, encouraging creativity and replayability. This non-linear approach allows players to choose how they tackle missions. The game is expected to utilize cutting-edge AI technology, allowing for more dynamic interactions with NPCs and environments. This will lead to more realistic and immersive stealth mechanics. FBC Firebreak is a 3-player cooperative first-person shooter set within the enigmatic Federal Bureau of Control, as the Bureau's headquarters faces a deadly and prolonged siege by otherworldly forces. Only Firebreak, its most adaptable response unit, has the skills and courage to restore order. FBC Firebreak will be a game that will be easy to get into, featuring multiple hectic co-op missions that will showcase Remedy's creativity fans have come to know over the years. While taking on paranormal threats as the responders of the Federal Bureau of Control, players won't fail to notice how the studio's DNA will be evident right from the start.
Welcome to Firebreak.
A clue, a lead. What more could a mouse detective want? Eureka! This is a real mouse changer. Time to play detective and connect the dots. Looks like we just hit the jackpot.
The new installment in the Subnautica series will take players to a new planet, complete with new environments, flora, and fauna to discover. It also has co-op for up to 4 players, a new addition to the series. Whether you're bringing the experience of your previous adventures with you or are new to the Subnautica games, you'll get to explore lush new environments, encounter fascinating creatures around every corner, and uncover the secrets at the core of this mysterious planet.
I'll be back soon. I promise. Good night, asshole. I'll be back soon.
From the creators of Dead Effect series. With more than 30 million downloads, comes new adventure. Use your MMA instinct to survive. Become the king of the street.
I have seen the end of the world. As the gods shattered, gilded mist born of their flesh fell upon the mortals. I have seen the ruins of old, like graves for a hidden past, and madness without end. I have seen the hunters awaken, steadfast heroes among them, and treacherous villains as well. I have seen the thrones brought low, faiths torn asunder, and all that still lives before the end. They war and struggle in anguish and despair. But I have yet to see the ember that can rise against the dark.
Do you know what fear is? The Mariama do. They thrive on it. These monstrous celestials haunt the darkest corners of the cluster, hunting for isolated targets. And, unfortunately for their victims, the Mariama are interested in more than just stealing cargo. They want minds, memories, emotions. The more twisted and tortured, the better. Captured prey will be subjected to intense psychological torment before being neurologically drained. Those rare few who the Mariama allowed to survive and escape often never return to space, for they know too well the terror that lurks out there, in the dark, between the stars. I am CZ Orlev. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Alien worlds found to be habitable are the new frontier for humanity. As the ancestors once said, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. But most are uninhabitable, or worse, deadly. Their atmospheres and ecologies more trouble than they're worth. Others, perhaps viable in theory, prove nothing more than desolate, hopeless wastelands. Some are even hostile. In fact, it often goes that the more beautiful the planet, the more sinister the threats it holds. The few that show fertile promise are made ready for terraforming, and their locations transmitted to the rest of the fleet. Since contact with the other arcs has gone cold, the Colonel insists the Hammercross set up a station here, on Emerald. He couldn't have known the planet would be toxic. Could he?
The Ming Dynasty is dead. Although I swore to protect it, I failed. Now I walk the path of blood until my mission is fulfilled. I will not rest until all traitors are silenced and our stolen kingdom returned. Who dares to question my will, standing in the way of my redemption?
gracious, is it 40?
Okay, I can see you're angry, but hear me out. You and your mates just stumbled into a rift. Think of it like a bubble of endless timelines, each different from the last. The problem is, entering a rift is a one-way ticket, and we need to figure out how to escape. Needless to say, I've been here for, quite a while. And that means I know what I'm doing. Ah, right, the, weird crawly thing. Well, it's hard to say, but I'm pretty sure it's a fourth-dimensional shape-shifting being that can transcend the timelines. There's only one word I can think of to describe it. Macabre. It searches for life forces to consume throughout the rifts, and with your recent arrival, it looks like meat's back on the menu. Now, you're not entirely helpless. After all, you've got the atomic space shifter, which allows me to pull your consciousness back to my timeline, whether you make it to the extract or die trying. But Macabre isn't your run-of-the-mill alien thing. It's far more cunning. It stalks its prey, at first from a distance, and then quietly it gets closer, waiting for the opportune moment to strike. Of course, you can't just pull out a blicky and blast poor Macabre away. It's a little more complicated. You're gonna need to be on the lookout for fragments scattered throughout the rifts. You can find them with your space shifter and bleed them from any timeline to yours. Fragments have many uses. We can craft tools and equipment that will help us deal with Macabre. But more importantly, I think they can help us find things that no one else has. And that's where the real adventure begins. Hey, this Kickstarter looks great. They got cool outfits, even pets. Oh, I wish I had a pet.